Good Moogly morning / good Moogly evening / good Moogly time zone, wherever you are in the world. Today is a very big episode, and I'm very hyper. I haven't been this hyper since, I don't know, we got 1,000 followers. But today, I am with my co-host, Chille. How are you doing, Chille?
I'm not bad, thank you. I'm kind of hyper too. I'm excited for some of the stuff that we're talking about tonight. So yeah, I'm excited.
I'm excited too. I want to get into this, but first of all, how has your day been? Other than obviously the big live letter that happened, have you been good today? You been good?
Yes, I've not been bad, thank you. Yeah, I've not been bad at all, really. What about you? How have you been?
I have been busy. Today has been a very busy day for me. One, we had new windows in, so I had to look after people down where I live. Not where I live, where basically I live in a basement, so they were getting the top windows done. So we had to have the dog down here so I had to look after the dog. My sister came down to watch the dog as well, and I sat there just building Warhammer and just kind of doing my thing. But then I went out and got a bunch of birthday stuff. Came back, had lunch, went to go open the door, and my mum came through it and smacked me in the face, and I lost a front tooth.
That's not good.
It's
That's not good at all.
So I don't have a front tooth right now. So and I can't get a dentist appointment because I'm very busy next week. So I'm just gonna wait until I come back from my little holiday, and then
and it's England. I'll be surprised if you could get an appointment next week. If I'm honest.
Hey, I'm lucky that I got an appointment for my hip stuff 2 months ago. So it's been a long time to get that, and I go for that next month as well. So, but yeah, and then I kind of took a nap. My IBS acted up a little bit, so I was napping and trying to get over it. And then I was here, and then I remembered I had to put together the podcast. I was like, oh shit, yeah, I need to sign in back into the podcast stuff. I need to grab the what's it called? New overlays. So I was forgot about doing that.
The overlay I sent a while back.
Yeah, I forgot to save it. I thought they were just going to be the person you commissioned them from, we're just going to send it to the Moogle Go Round. So I went and looked in our drivers. I'm like, it's not here.
No, they just sent me it. So.
But I do have an update that I will be getting a new model for Dawn Trail next month. So that's new PNG with just new PNG. Still with the tentacles, still with the whole Lovecraftian Vieira, but with some added flair. So yeah, I'm looking forward to that. So, but speaking of Dawn Trail, today was the live letter producer live. Don't know why I call it the PPL the PLL producer live letter. That's what it is. When we had Yoshi P, Koji Foot.
Before we get to that though, we get to that,
what are we going to?
There is also the fan gathering that they've announced. If you live in Germany, you have a chance to win there's 80 spots available. So you got to apply now. It's only for people that live in Germany. If you're outside of Germany, you can't participate. But there'll be a raffle with Yoshi P. There'll be a music quiz. There'll be photos, goodies, and there'll be snacks and drinks. You can apply on the EU Final Fantasy 14 website, and you've got a chance to go. And when you apply, you can bring a friend.
Ooh.
So winners will be contacted on May 23rd, and there'll be a code to redeem on the 29th, and then I think the event is on the 30th. Yeah.
Yeah, 30th of May.
Yeah. So
when we're doing our next podcast.
Yeah, that'll be when the next podcast.
Yeah. And it's a day after my birthday, so I'll try and not be hungover.
I guess I'll need to make sure I've got a guest on that episode.
Possibly. I was thinking of getting possibly 2 guests to talk about Astro. And that is one from the Whiskers, which is Sakura TV.
Okay.
Sakura.
Sakura.
And Chuti TV, because she's also an Astro main. So
I'm interested to see their thoughts, because a lot of the Astros that I've talked to are very sad. So
yeah, I am very sad too, but because I've been playing Astro recently. But they're also Ultimate Raiders, so we get the big, like, high-level raid healers. So, where me and Chille, we are not high-level, we do raid heal. Chille raid heals, I raid heal.
I mean, I'm raid heal. How can you say I'm not a high-tier healer? I'm healing Ultimate.
Have you cleared it?
No, I'm still healing it.
Have you cleared it?
No, not yet.
Then we can't be called you can't be called highly. That's like saying that, you know, I'm still like healing
I think
P2OS.
the moment the moment you start, I would consider that if you're participating in the content and you're actually progressing in the content, you are still considered a high tier healer, in my opinion, because otherwise you wouldn't.
How far have we progressed?
In our defense, that's not because we're doing bad. That's just because people disappear. That's not. I feel like in our defense, that's because people keep disappearing.
They ninja vanish.
Yeah. Chat, what do you think? Am I right or am I wrong? We'll see if Twitch chat agrees with me.
Twitch chat's gonna be like dead silent. They're gonna be like, I don't want to say anything. Chille and Paul are fighting. I sustained.
If you're watching this on the VOD, send us a message on Twitter as well. Let's see if anyone does. Yeah, I agree. There we go. See, yeah, if you're doing
favoritism, Doctor Deliciousness. I see.
No, I'm just saying.
See, I'm putting that in my grudge book. I'm a dwarf now.
I'm like, if you're doing it, you're attempting to hide. Like, it'd be different if you're not in the raid. You're not doing the raids. That'll be different. But the fact that you're participating and trying means that you're at least trying to learn to be like that, and you're taking the effort. So
yeah, okay, I can see it from that way.
That's my view on it. I think Paul's got distracted by something.
No, my mum came in because there was a bag in here that I forgot to give her.
Okay.
And she came in, so I just gave her the bag.
There's a meeting at the in Germany, where you'll be able to do some stuff. I don't know if there'll be any playable. I don't know if Dawn Troll will be playable there at all. Like, I don't know if they'll have booths that make it playable, or if it's just like. And they hope to host additional gatherings throughout the year. So we'll be seeing what happens. I mean, they might. You never know. But no, it's probably just like a meet up and say hi and chat. You will need to bring ID, though, to prove that your age. Because you have to...
And that you're from Germany. It must be a German passport or German, German, like, driving license. It has to be a German certified ID.
I'm going to find my way in somehow.
No, just make friends with a German, and if they win, you know, they get to take you with her.
Yeah, that's the plan.
That's the plan. Oh, we know where Chille's off next.
I've contacted people on Discord, so
I've sent it to one of my German friends.
I have also sent it to one.
But one, I'm not going to Germany. Two, that's a lot of money. Three, I have
into it. It's not that bad.
Yeah, but I've got Warhammer to build and buy.
Like, it's only
and to fix my teeth.
It's only going to be £170 for the flight and hotel. So
I could probably just drive there.
170 for a flight and hotel isn't bad at all. Not when I'm going to Manchester next weekend, and that alone is costing me 70. So,
you're going to Manchester, are you?
Yeah.
Oh, look at that! Not this weekend, next weekend.
Yeah, next weekend.
Oh my god, we're both going away on that weekend.
Go us!
You guys are having none of us next weekend.
Well, I'm only going for a day, so.
Oh, I'm going for like 4 days. So
yeah.
I leave on Friday and I come back on.
Yeah, and I'm just going Saturday morning and coming back Saturday night. So, but anyway, this isn't about me going to Manchester or you going to London. This is about Final Fantasy 14, where we've got a lot of things to talk about.
This is us going to. Is it Tyrell?
Tyrell, yeah.
It's us. We're talking about going to Tyrell. Yeah, we're going on vacation. In Gale, of course.
Yeah. But there was a job trailer that was shown today that we got to watch. And I asked Paul to make sure that he can show it on stream. So hopefully we'll see it on stream. Boop.
Don't know if it's too small. If it's too small, I will make it bigger. 1 second.
So, I think you subbed it. I saw the sub earlier, but then I refreshed the stream and it disappeared. If you did, thank you for the sub, Voxy. I think I saw it. Thank you so much.
Yeah. Voxy sub.
It's gone for me. It's weird. So but I just want to say thank you.
Disappeared. It disappeared. Right, do we need this bigger? Would you guys want this bigger? Can you see it? You know what? Just because it is a job, we'll make it a little bit.
Yeah, we'll make it a little bit bigger.
There we go. Too big. There you go. Right. Are we ready to watch?
Let's go.
God, that was loud in my ears. I love this beginning bit.
I missed this part. So yeah, it's Viper. Yay. Everyone's excited for Viper, right?
There you go, I got that.
I want that. I want to own that.
I want to own that. Just that.
That's cool. I'm sorry, but I love the Job Collection gem box. Okay, so Dragoon. I haven't really played Dragoon much. So I don't really know much about it, but a lot of it seems like.
So it looks like they've got rid of Spine Shadow Dive because you don't see that.
Yeah.
I always see the really cool Nidhogg animation there.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Yeah.
It does look clean.
Yeah, it looks smoother, which is cool. Needs more jumping though. Not enough jumps for me. It needs more jumping. Like I don't know about you.
Jumps, you say? Whee! Bonk. And a follow-up, which looks amazing. That looks really cool. Palo Aladdin. Let me know when you want me to pause.
Listening to the audio version of the podcast, I'm sorry, this is going to be probably a weird episode. Go check out the job trailers if you want to know what we're talking about exactly.
If not, go on YouTube, where this will be up on YouTube as a video form as well. Possibly.
Yeah, I can do that if you want. Okay, the Paladin stuff looks really cool. But I hate the fact that I said it hasn't really changed that much. But I hate the fact that I said, "Oh, I wonder if it gets a bigger sword again," and then we get another big sword, don't we? At the end of the combo.
Big sword. Bunch of swords.
There's one sword. And another sword.
3 big swords.
No,
lots of swords, and then another big sword.
And then there's one more right now. I think this one's new. That one's new. Hey, whoopsie.
Hey, what's good, Wobbs?
Okay, so Warrior just does warrior things with axes.
Warrior just does warrior things.
Like, there's a I think Yoshi P even mentioned the fact that people told him not to mess with Felcleave.
Don't mess with Felcleave. You'll get Zenosis Vex on the case.
Yeah. So yeah.
Here it comes. Big axe.
Big axe.
Big axe. It's cool.
Oh.
So here we've got Astro.
Yeah, this is where people are a bit annoyed because you start with all your cards now, and you just pull the cards. It'll be interesting to see cards. I want to see the buttons for that though, because do they have a separate button for each one? Because that'd be frustrating on controller.
That would be a bit frustrating, a little bit annoying. But they did say they've gone back to the old cards, where one's a defensive, one's an attack, and one's a sustain type thing.
Yeah.
Which I feel like they shouldn't have done. I think they should have just kept his damage. But and I think they've changed. They've changed a little bit. Something else I can't remember. The other cards.
Yeah.
So it's a little interesting.
You can't tell what they've done with Dragoon. They added more jumps and they removed some abilities.
That's cool.
Yeah, and that's cool. They've also removed the Astrologian signs from Astrologian.
They removed it. So, it's like no. They basically just added Nidhogg, and I think they've made some positional changes and stuff like that, which is kind of nice. Dancer just got like this.
Yeah.
Oh no, just got like some added flourish.
That's an extra buff for another person, I'm guessing. Oh, I think that's Dancer. I don't know. Dancer looks pretty cool, but I would need to play more of these jobs to know. Like I've leveled them up, but I don't really know much about them. So we're gonna have people on that have played these jobs and main them so that we can learn more about each one before we find out about the changes. That's cool though.
Yeah, this is Reaper. This is gonna be pretty cool.
Okay. I just realized I'm reacting like 30 seconds after.
Yeah.
Reaper's cool.
Reaper is really cool.
Yeah, you like the new Reaper stuff? Yeah, I like the new Reaper stuff, to be honest. It looks like it's taking the essence of the job and making it cooler. Yeah, they've done some good job changes with the Reaper.
Okay, I need to turn this down in my head so I can hear Chille.
Okay, Red Mage. Does Red Mage stuff, I guess. I know that they might be getting rid of Rays, aren't they? Oh, that's a cool AoE. Because they talked about getting rid of Rays in the next expansion after this.
Oh, if they get rid of it in the next expansion, that's fine. But...
Yeah, Red Mage. Add another finisher. You thought your
More
finisher was
finishers.
enough. Now you can have another finisher on your finisher.
It is a really cool finisher. I'm not gonna lie. That last finisher was really cool.
Yeah.
I love Machinist. Well, I was in Machinist. Oh, they still haven't made Flamethrower good, but I've added some really cool stuff to it.
Yeah.
Boom. Where's Queen? Show me Queen.
Fire Blaster. It's so cool.
Now it looks like you kind of go into like a new mode now,
Yeah.
which kind of looks really cool. Looks like Queen does a lot more punching, but that end pit, oh my god, that's epic.
You just bring out every gun, all of the guns.
I am the weapon.
I am guns.
Now this ninja, new UI that we see here looks really good. The new AOE's as well.
They've also removed Houton. We'll talk about that
Houton
more
is now
later,
just an AOE now.
It's a Grease Lightning trait.
Grease Lightning, Grease
Lightning. Which, unlucky for you, ninjas. I know some ninjas like that change, but as someone who misses Grease Lightning on Monk, boo.
And now Monk's not going to have anything to keep up because they get rid of all the buffs.
Yeah, all our dots are gone, all our buffs are gone. We're just buttons now. We're just buttons now.
Now, with Sage, I don't really know what changes. I think it's just some more AoE healing.
More lasers.
Or shielding. Yeah, and then just an AoE, I think an AoE dot or just an AoE DPS.
Yeah, they've announced that you get an AoE dot, didn't they?
Yeah, so it's not really much I've seen.
Yeah.
I know that Mione was like really looking forward to this. So, but I've taken the shield healing spot.
Order in the trailer. Yeah, it's a bit weird that they're mixing up all the jobs rather than going like tank DPS healer or healer DPS tank. You know, having them in some specific order like they normally do.
Yeah.
I like the look of Black Mage. Not gonna lie, Black Mage looks fun.
I saw a tweet like their new thing that's been added to them.
Yeah.
It's like, oh yeah, this is just another indicator of how much stress I'm going to be going through. I'm like, yeah.
Because you do 6 fire 4s, and then you get that new fire explode big damage.
Fireball.
Which some people are calling Flare Star, I think, or something like that.
No, it's going to be Fireball for me. I'm sorry. That's a D&D Fireball.
Yeah.
Look, get ready. Look, Fireball.
Yeah.
Poof.
Yeah. You get... Yeah. But it looks like, I think it's Kuja's Flare Star from 9. So there's also some other, like... It's
also
some of the
two flares to do one as well. That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
That means you've got to have some AoE. That's pretty... But sorry, so what are you saying?
I didn't ask how big the room is. What? I'm confused. Dr. Deliciousness.
Hey, this is Viper.
Okay, I can have a nap.
Slash.
It's our D&D Fireball meme. Okay.
Now, what Viper looks like to me is build and spend. So you'd build and then just like basically just spend. So you would obviously like this part is just literally this is your DPS burst window. This is it.
It just looks like if Reaper and Ninja had a baby.
Pretty much. I still think, you know.
Yeah,
I still think a certain...
Dr. Delicious, that Viper looks like it would be a pain for someone with high ping.
White Mage.
You know what?
Pew.
I'm happy with all the changes to White Mage. We do more damage. We put a new shield on, and we can dash. I'm good.
Is that a new shield?
Yeah, there's a new shield. Huh. So we get a new shield.
I like it how they've made Presence of Mind. Now you have a DPS skill with Presence of Mind.
Yeah.
I think that's pretty good.
Though everyone forgets that Aqua Veil is also a white magic shield. They're like, oh, water-based shield. I'm like, we already have one. It's called Aqua Veil.
Aqua Veil. And then we get get ready, a dash!
Let's go!
Yay!
Which I had to double check to see if we had that yet. Because no, we do. That's the PvP dash.
Oh, yeah, okay.
I'm like, wait, I swear I've seen that before on White Mage. I swear I've pressed that button.
This does look really good. I have to admit, this monk actually got like I may play monk. It does look really cool.
Monk was my first job in A Realm Reborn. Like, I'm really tempted. I know I wanted to play Pictomancer, but I am really tempted to do Monk through playthrough. Even though I'm still angry that I don't have Grease Lightning. Go Grease Lightning, go Grease Lightning.
Every time I hear that, it's in my head constantly, running through.
Riddle of Earth.
Go through all the riddles, and it's like that starts doing like range attacks. Like,
yeah,
that's so cool.
That's Chi Blast from 11.
Chi Blast. Dark Knight, more L's. Are we ready for the more L's?
Yeah.
Where's Plunge gone? Where's Plunge? Plunge gone.
Also, it looks like they've removed the damage from the, the moves where you dash in.
Yeah, Plunge. They got rid of Plunge.
Yeah. Well, no, because he dashed in there, didn't he?
Yeah, but they've got rid of Plunge. The Plunge animation, it's gone. Now it's just basically a monk dash.
Yeah, but I think they've got rid of the dash attack damage from all the jobs.
No, Warrior still has it.
Maybe.
No, it does. We saw it. Warrior still has his, which is
just
so
because
rude.
It shows the animation doesn't mean it might not actually do damage.
Shadow Wall.
Nice.
That looks really cool. Like it has a one winged, so it looks like the one winged angel slash. It looks pretty cool.
You could be Sephiroth from Final Fantasy VII.
Sephiroth. Okay. Bard actually looks pretty sick.
I love the Bard. Have you seen the Bard AF? It's so cool.
Yeah.
I want that guitar.
The guitar bow. See,
by the way, the HP already is crazy. Like the fact you've got over 100k HP with AF
new
gear.
Bloodletter right there. Yeah. That's new Bloodletter. That looks so cool. So now also all your buffs. Now you don't need to. You don't need to basically aim at anyone, or not. Well, you know what I mean. You don't have to attack a boss or to target a boss to do your buffs. Now they're just
as
instant.
It used to be.
And now look at that. Oh, they're actually giving us attack with a song. Mwah.
Tra-la-la.
Summoner.
Okay, people are very annoyed about this summoner, right? Aren't they? Because
I don't know.
They don't like the design of the new summon. I've seen a lot of people really dislike it, and also I don't like the name of it.
It looks really sci-fi.
Yeah.
Sorry, not sci-fi. It looks like Yu-Gi-Oh.
Yeah. Yeah, it does look a bit like a Blue Eyes White Dragon.
Yeah, like another direction of Blue Eyes.
The new Bahamut is called the Solar Bahamut.
Yeah, Solar Bahamut.
Which, considering what he looks like, doesn't look anything solar. Yeah, it looks like there is a Blue Eyes that it looks like, because there's a variation of Blue Eyes that is. 1 second.
Blue Eyes Ultimate Dragon. Blue Eyes Night Dragon.
It's. God damn
so the animation looks fucking clean as with like the swords being the wings and that. It looks really clean. The skills, kind of look pretty cool. Like, don't get me wrong, it looks cool, but could have gave it a better name.
It looks like Bahamut. In my opinion, it looks like Bahamut from 7 Rebirth as well.
Samurai. It's like Weapon King Bahamut.
But no, I think it looks a bit like Neo Bahamut. It's like a mixture of Blue Eyes and Blue Eyes Cyber Dragon. No, Cyber Dragon, sorry. Not Blue Eyes Cyber Dragon.
Now, I don't know how I feel about Samurai. It looks pretty cool. Like, at this point here, should we get into it? Where all the swords come up or the different things. I think that's really cool. This is my favorite thing. Do you know why? Because Yoshi P listened to the podcast. You go back. Last expansion. You know what I asked for.
Yeah, you asked for fairy wings, right?
I asked for a transformation. I asked for a stance type thing. And get ready. Get ready, stream. I saw this. I was jumping for joy. Look!
Yeah, it's so cool. Yoshi P, thank you for watching and listening to our podcast. If you ever want to be on as a guest,
hit us up. See, unfortunately, me only called me a chump, and I should get knocked out because I said, "Oh my god, Scholar looks amazing." He was like, "No, Scholar." He has a thing like he hates Scholar. But I think that might be because he hates the fairy AI.
Fair.
But Scholar has a close put to my heart where I love Scholar healing. So I
am excited for Pictomancer just because it has an attack from
the
Fantasy 9.
The bong, look at the bong.
And There's so much Moogle references. Obviously,
Yeah.
it was designed for us. So
Designed for us Moogles.
yeah, the Moogle beam.
It does look really cool to play. I will probably play it, like, but I probably won't like play it like when it comes down to a raid perspective. I probably just won't play it. I'll probably let someone else play it.
I like the fact that I'll be both a DPS and a support, so it'll be interesting to see how the support is. You've activated my field spell.
Go Magic the Gathering type shit now, you know. Like, yeah.
Again, we're back to Yu-Gi-Oh though.
Boom! It does look. It's so bright and colourful, which you kind of wanted from a Pictomancer, which is kind of really good. And last but not least, Gunbreaker,
who gets its final Fantasy 8 move, which is cool. The Lion Heart.
Yeah.
So
it looks cool. It gets a new AoE as well. Obviously, pretty standard Gunbreaker stuff right now. Let me just get my cartridges. Then we do ching, 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 slash, slash, slash.
But
then
yeah,
we do
no.
X.
By the way, those are trolls from Fantasy 11. So.
And there we go. The Final Fantasy 8 stuff.
Which, by the way, Gunbreaker doesn't actually use. At least in 8, the gun blade didn't actually use bullets.
It wasn't actually a gun.
No, it shot air. It's stun. Yeah, like it shot. It's like an air gun. Yeah.
Sorry.
It shot high pressured air from the barrel.
So what was everyone's favourite part of that?
Well, Monk looks cool. So that's probably one of my favourites. White Mage, I'm excited for, as I'm a White Mage main already. I'm really excited for White Mage stuff. Like anything that makes White Mage do more damage and stuff like that, and the dash, which I thought I had and forgot I didn't have, but I had it. And of course Pictomancer, because Pictomancer looks amazing, and I want all of it. I want all of it in my veins.
I just want it all in my veins. Obviously Scholar, I'm very happy about. I'm happy that Yoshi P listened to me. I'm happy he, either him or it was someone at Square Enix actually come to the show and listen to us. So thank you, whoever you are. You're out there somewhere. Or it was just Chille, because Chille's got Yoshi P on speed dial. But Scholar, Monk I did like. I did like Monk. Monk looked really cool. But it's very close because I do really like Machinist. Machinist looked really cool. I haven't played much Machinist this patch. Oh well, I say this patch, this entire expansion. I haven't really played it as much, so probably want to give it a go next expansion. It looks so good. It does look so good. It didn't look like it had a bit too much going on, but I think when say it uses it Queen alongside its I'm just gonna call it a satchel charge. I can't remember what it was called. And basically when they put the satchel charge on, it looks like they change now. So it might like change it, like they might actually like change skills over, which I think would be cool. Because it looks just like an upgraded Garrelbaus and I can't remember the other one. Yeah, I haven't played it for a while. So it does look really cool. Obviously Queen looks really cool. Yeah. And then obviously the last part we get like the Gatling guns and like rocket repelled launchers. I was like, that looks sick.
Someone posted a picture of the skeleton with the Gatling guns, like with the pose, and like, this is Machinist now. This is you.
This is Machinist. This is you. Have fun.
Yeah. Yeah. The F is a kilometer, says Galva. That's the picture. Yeah, I saw that on Twitter. Yoshi P saw that image and like, yes, I want that as a job action. Talk about abilities and changing buttons though. Did you notice the fact that you'll now be able to make buttons be one button instead of multiple buttons with the new job button change?
I did not.
You can under each. I don't know if it's going to be on by default. We don't know because again, they probably won't know until the media tour. But you can kind of do the PvP thing,
which has started now, right? The media tour has started.
Yeah, the media tour starts today or tomorrow. I think it's tomorrow. As you can tell,
so
I am not
doing
there,
the
which
PvP
sucks.
thing.
Yes.
I'm not there either.
But you can turn it off if you want to. And you can also set it to individual abilities. It isn't just a universal thing. You can actually go into each ability and then change it if you want to or not. So if there are certain abilities that you always press, you could set it so that you can set that one goes to combo. Not just monk, Wobsy. I'm thinking more. Thinking more dancer.
Dance already has that tech.
Not really, because don't you have abilities that proc off other abilities that then sometimes proc it off another ability?
Yeah.
Like you have an ability that procs a different ability that has a 50% chance. Not any Wobsy, spoilers, not anymore. Probably not anymore at this, because they've removed what? They removed the strength buff, right? They said that they removed the buff from Monk. So that means that the Twin Snake buff has gone. And they've also removed the dot. Because I think they said they removed the damage over time off Monk, right?
Basic combo mechanics will no longer center around maintaining a buff or damage over time, but more about performing actions in a certain order to increase the next action's potency and accumulate up to a total of 10 chakras while Brotherhood is active.
Yeah.
To prevent chakra overflow. So no buff and no dot skill.
Yeah. So now with how a monk is going to be, there's a huge chance you could do that. But yeah, with current monk, you couldn't do that because you have to do...
They were odd timers. You are correct.
I can't remember the name of the abilities now, but the punchy punch at the back, and then twin snakes and stuff at the sides. See, the issue is I don't even look at the names.
Boot shine, well done, Wobsy.
Yeah, that's it. Boot shine.
Boot shine.
Boot shine, true strike, and snap punch. Right, and then you also have twin snakes that you throw in to keep the buff. And then you got demolish, which is your dot. No, that was a combo. No, boot shine was the combo starter. Snap punch was the ender. True strike was the middle one. But you either use true strike. You would use twin snakes to get the buff up, and then when the buff up is, you would then use true strike because true strike had a higher potency than twin snakes. And then when twin snakes is about to drop, you would then use twin snakes. Yeah, 100% crit for boot shine wasn't it after dragon kick? Oh no, it's just open form bonus. You just do a critical. Yeah.
Well, it does it because you would do it at the end, and then I think you proc on like the dragon kick combo when you did that, and then it would drop at the end, and you just punch for crits.
Yeah, open form was Grant's lead and fist, which is from Dragon Kick. Dragon Kick.
Dragon Quick.
I
think I like the melee. So as we're on the topic of melees, they did get obviously their second wind healing potency got increased in the 90s level range.
I'm shocked and annoyed and angry that Physic didn't get a buff.
What fucking buff is it?
They should have buffed. I hope that Physic has got buffed and they just didn't talk about it.
Fucking Physic.
Second wind got buffed.
Yeah.
Second wind gets buffed. That's the melee.
That's for every melee.
The Red Mage has Vercure.
Yes, so that has a better healing potency than Physic.
But buff Physic after Vercure.
But why? The only people that use it is Summoner and Scholar. Scholars is already buff because it's Scholar and it goes off your healing. And Summoner get AoE heals from their Phoenix.
Just do it.
Give themselves healing.
Just do it. Give us.
Why would a Summoner waste a cast to cast Physic?
Why not?
Because they like their Pokemon. They'd rather check out their Pokemon than heal.
Make the Scholar Physic OGCD. Sorted.
I mean, yeah, that could be pretty
good. Dual weave your Physic.
Obviously, this gets me scared a little bit because the feint duration will be increased by 15 seconds, which makes me feel like there's going to be a lot of damage coming into the raid content.
Yeah.
And
Adult Reprisal and Feint, all of them got buffed. So all of the debuffing abilities got increased to 15 seconds,
which is good.
So
it needs that. It's so you can put Bane in a really nice place to get multiple attack. So he get a tank buster and he could get an AoE. That is great because you can get a lot Why the frick can we not get new skill Carbuncle here or something?
Because Carbuncle's just glamour.
Just Carbuncle's just glam.
Carbuncle does nothing now. Carbuncle just looks pretty and makes cute sounds. He's basically my Lalafell.
Yeah. It's just a Lalafell. So Dragoons, because we're going to be talking about some melee DPS here as we've been talking about Monk.
Yeah.
So Dragoon has reduced its positional requirements for a single target combos, and the 5th combo action has been changed to a new non-directical action. Okay. So AKA the fucker positionals anymore. Drakesbane, Fanging Claw, and Wheeling Thrust will be changed to Drakesbane. So input execute will remain the same. So basically, they got Fanging Claw and a Wheeling Thrust and put it into one called Drakesbane.
Which is cool.
Which is good because, again, bloat. We don't want more bloat. We don't want more skills to fill up our hotbars. This is good. That's what we like to see. Life of the Dragon will be available without consuming Dragon Gauge. Again, great thing. And to reduce the number of inputs during burst damage phases, certain actions will be removed from being removed or adjusted. Again, no more bloat, which is great.
By the way, all of this information was gathered from Icy Veins, so big shout out to Icy Veins for gathering all this information so that I could put it all in our document. So big shout out to Icy Veins.
Wobbsy has redeemed Take a Drink, so everybody, even at home, even on Podbeam and everywhere, everyone take a drink.
I have all these keys just been wasted on my keyboard.
Stay hydrated.
Well, that's the great thing though, Wobbsy. They'll add more keys, probably. So you'll have all the buttons. It's just that they'll remove old buttons so that you can add new buttons.
Yeah. So I'm trying to grab a drink without.
Unless Summoner is.
So I'm sorry, everyone, but I wanted a Pepsi. Not sponsored, just a big fan.
Oh, I'll buy all the Mountain Dew if you bring it over here.
If you bring it to EU. We'll get into that later. Let's just get over the class things because we got a lot to talk about, and it's already coming up to an hour. So we gotta get on. So Ninja, as we talked about, Hooton effect has been removed to a trait, get monked, but will always be active. Again, get monked. But the actual mudras you would use to get Hooton has now been changed to an AoE attack and grants the effect of hidden. Again, pretty cool.
Yeah. Dr. Liz says to change the gauge fill abilities will be nice. Man of Fiction and Reaper's Plentiful Harvest. Yeah, they kind of remind me of now, instead of filling up the gauge, they kind of make me think of, the Black Mage ability that gives you an extra Despair Xenoglossy and stuff like that. It makes me think of that, where if you could pop that and then you now have that. That's what I feel like they've done with some of the jobs.
Which is good. Actions to extend Hooton effects will be adjusted accordingly.
Amplifier.
Amplifier.
That was it. You pop it and then it gives you a Polygot, which allows you to do either Xenoglossy or Despair, right? Xenoglossy is the single target one. Despair's Foul, right?
I don't know. I haven't played Black Mage.
Yeah, Foul Foul is the AoE and Xenoglossy is the single target.
But speaking of Reaper, Plentiful Harvest effect will no longer increase Shroud gauge by 50. Instead, will allow the execution of a Shroud. A new action has been executed whilst enshrouded. Pretty good.
Yeah, which is cool. As I said, that's kind of like, I think like it's going to work a lot like Amplifier for Black Mage, where you just pop it and then you can do your damage, and then easy mode triple
enshroud. Jesus.
Yeah.
To simplify, what's this? Samurai, to simplify recast management. I'm not pronouncing any of these words because they're very Asian like thing.
Tsumbi Gaishi?
Something like that. I mean, you're learning Japanese. You should be saying these. Come on. Will be changed to be executable after.
Maiko Shuishi?
There you go. And
I'm completely wrong. Probably. I'm sorry, everyone.
And Henkei's Tenkei Goken and Madara Sensukiki will be upgraded into new actions. See, that's how, Chili, how you butcher a language. I am sorry, but that's how you butcher it.
Oh, I forgot to bolt that one. There we go.
Yeah, I know. I was like trying to find Reaper the entire time. I was like, oh, wait a minute, there it is. Viper. Again, what do we all think of Viper? Me, honestly, I think it's a snooze fest.
It looks fun, but it also looks incredibly impossible for someone who like me who plays on NA. Like
With hyping, yeah.
Yeah, I don't expect to be able to do any content at all with any end game content at all with Viper. I feel like my damage is going to be bad. And I hate the fact that it's called Reawaken mode. I know
Reawaken mode.
I wanted it to be called Trance from Final Fantasy 9. I know some people on Twitter complained that I said I wanted it to be called Trance, but I wanted it to be Trance mode.
I have 9. Reawaken. That sounds so like anime. Like they just tried to be like cool, they really sell the class. I have Reawaken.
Trance is cooler.
Trance is cooler. It's like you're going into a trance. You're going into. It does sound cooler. But shifting between dual blades and double-edged blade strikes. Again, I don't really watch the stuff that Yoshi P did about Viper. I kind of like snoozed. My brain was like, I really just care about Viper.
I do know that it's a 1.5 cast time while you're in Reawakened Boosty Boy mode.
Boosty. So Reawaken Boost mode is weird. When the gauge is full, allows you to execute the double-bladed abilities. Close range attacks as well as ranged attacks. Okay. Some buffs and debuffs will define which actions you use after.
Yeah, Gambit would be cool too.
There's like a whole video of Yoshi P kind of like going through Viper and like kind of showing you off some skills. So go watch that and see what you think of it. Because honestly, for me, Viper is not for me. I'm very disappointed because I wanted pirates. Pirates are cooler than Vipers.
I like it because I like Zidane in 9, so it has me for that. So, but the issue is, it just looks a bit. Don't know. It just looks very uninspired to me. Like something about it just doesn't look that great. It really just reminds me of Ninja, but if Ninja was more boring, like it to me, Viper makes me think of like 2.0 Ninja, and you've removed the ninjutsus. And all you've got is slashes.
All you got is swordplay. That's all you got.
You're a paladin ninja. You're a paladin.
You're a paladin ninja. You're fucking useless. That's what you are. Yeah. I'm joking. Paladins actually have some.
Yeah, as what we said, Reaper looked really cool and stylish. Ninja doesn't really have that style and like visual aspect. Which is weird considering...
Ninja's a frog.
No, I meant...
And Reaper, fire, and the elements.
Sorry. Viper doesn't have...
Yeah, Viper, okay.
Doesn't have, like, the stylish look that the other jobs have. Which is weird considering all the graphical updates. And what one of the other jobs looks like that we'll talk about later. That looks beautiful, in my opinion. And I'm completely
we are getting
biased.
closer to this. We are now on range DPS, so we're getting closer.
Yeah. Yeah.
So obviously range, it's same with the second healing and Addle thing.
Yeah.
We're going to go into Bard. Obviously, I said this earlier.
I know we skipped over tanks quickly, but
not yet. We'll go back.
Okay, we'll go back for tanks.
We'll go back to tanks. We were talking about like Monk, so I was just going down from the list and we'll just go back up. Okay. So range DPS, we got Bard. I did say this earlier when we were looking at Bard. Mage Ballad, Armor's Peon.
All the ranged will have a defensive ability, which is interesting as well. Oh, that's just the damage reduction. That's Addle.
That's Addle. Yeah. That's just Addle.
No, because it's increased to 15%. That's different. That's
Addle.
Yeah, but physical range didn't have Addle. So this is a new one, right?
There is a new one. Okay, never mind. Oh no, they mean like their tactician and stuff like that, like tactician.
Yeah, tactician.
Thingy.
Demolish or whatever it's called. The machine.
No, that's a monk one.
No, like
you had a tactician. I think was it like Peon? The Peon.
No, I swear it's something like they got tactician for machinist. Dismantle was what I'm thinking of. Dismantle, not
no, dismantle something else.
Dancer.
Monk is ranged now. You are right.
Yeah, Monk does have a ranged. Dancer had. By the way, I have the Pharmacy 14 job page open, so that I can check. Did they have a
Is it like Army's Peon? No, Army's Peon's the range one. Bard did have one. Can't remember what it's called. Thank Peon. Warden's Peon was shield for someone else. And increased healing. It was something. But with the Mage's Ballad, Army's Peon, and Wanderer's Minuet, will be changed into buffing actions and will not attack the enemy. So now you can just do it without attacking enemies. Pitch Perfect will be changed into an AoE attack for ease of use in encounters with multiple enemies. Again, good. And proc attacks will be merged. Again, really cool. I don't think Viper would be cooler if it had a gun instead of a second sword. Exactly. If it was just a pirate, it would have been better. Look, Yoshi P or Square Enix employee that watches the podcast, I told you this. You have been told. It would have been better if it was a pirate. It would have sold more. You would have got more players. It would have been more hype. It simply wouldn't give us the parrot power.
That sucks, but that would be cool if you had the parrot summon phase. Like
that would be pretty cool.
Like you know, you got the Reaper's Enshroud. You've got the Dark Knight's summon friend. You've got summoners, summons, and then you just.
Oh my god!
The parrot joins you.
The parrot would do a drive-by and drop like a keg of gunpowder that would do an explosive damage, or like a keg of rum that does a fire damage that puts a dot on. Oh my god, that would have been so cool. Wait a minute. Square Enix, hire us.
Everyone, we're leaking the 8.0 job.
It would have been so good.
Because 8.0 will have a physical range, right? I think.
Yes.
Yeah. There you go. We're leaking the 8.0 job right now. It's going to be a pirate. It's going to be cool.
If it is, I'm staying forever. You won't lose me, Square Enix.
It's calling Corsair. It's going to be called Corsair from 11, and it's going to be more damage based than RNG. And you're going to have a pet parrot that you'll have during the damage phase.
Let's have a pet parrot.
But it will also be the only job included with the new expansion. They'll only be down for that.
I'll be down for that
because they're reworking all the other jobs. There you go. If by the way, if any of this is real, I actually have no
Don't lynch us.
I have no actual connections with this. This is all guesswork. Okay. If any of this is real, please understand that this is all just guessing. The only reason why I say that we might only get one job is because we're getting so many we've got so many jobs now in the game, and from what they can tell, they're going to be reworking all the jobs, aren't they? In the next expansion after this.
Yep, because they
don't want to go above 100, so they're talking about a new system that they're going to be including with 8.0. So
that could be cool.
I'd be interested to see what they mean by that.
I think we need one more ranged DPS to make it more ranged physical DPS.
Yeah.
So that it makes where that unless you're a melee just have a lot more because fuck it.
Well, not melee. But the thing is that melee has 2 of each.
Yeah.
Like the tanks have 2 of each. The healers have 2 of each. Melee have 2 of each. Magical range will have 2 of each, right? And then this would also mean that physical range will have 2 of each. Because you'll have
which is going to be a actual DPS. It's not going to be a buffer. It might have a little bit of buffer in there, but it's just going to be a DPS. This is going to be another machinist type DPS.
Yeah, blue is the limited job though. Same with Beastmaster. So
because
you'll have
limited.
You'll have the selfish DPS, which is Black Mage and kind of Pictomancer, even though Pictomancer has some buffs, or they might turn Summoner into the selfish. They might turn Black Mage and Summoner into the selfish.
Yeah, they will do because in 8.0 they may remove Race from Summoner as well.
Yeah, so Black Mage and Summoner will be the selfish ones. Red Mage and Pictomancer will be the buffers when it comes to magical range. When I say support, I don't mean full support. I just mean they will have some support elements, aspects versus the Black Mage and Summoner.
Let your dreams be dreams. Look, Dream Within a Dream got removed from Ninja ages ago. Wobbsy.
Melee, you've got Monk and Ninja, right? That share gear.
No,
Monk and Samurai. Monk and Samurai. I'm going back to 2.0 with Monk and Ninja.
Yeah, you're going back a bit.
Monk and Samurai share gear. Dragoon and the new job
No,
share
Reaper.
gear, right? Dragon
Reaper.
and Reaper? Yeah.
Dragon and Reaper.
Yeah, Ninja and... God damn it.
Ninja and Viper.
Ninja and Viper.
Ninja and Viper will have the new gear.
Yeah. I keep in... No wonder I keep calling Viper and Ninja. So Viper and Ninja will share gear. Then healer, you've got White Mage and Astra, pure healers, right? Scholar and Sage are shield.
Mm-hmm.
Then tanks, you've got Paladin and Gunbreaker, I think are considered the mains, aren't they? And then Warrior and Dark Knight. It's really weird with tanks. I know that 2 are considered main tanks and 2 are considered off tanks. I can never remember.
We don't know which ones, and sometimes they change. Yeah. That's what I see it.
But I know 2 of them are considered main tanks and 2 of them are technically considered off tanks. Which means that physical range is the only one that doesn't have 2 of each. So Bard and Dancer will be machinist. Bard and Dancer will be buffers, and then machinist and the new Corsair pirate job will be selfish DPS.
Exactly. So I just have to wait for one more expansion to get disappointed again, and it's going to be another shitty class.
Yeah. So anyway,
unless after this I actually secretly get hired by Square Enix and disappear off the face of the planet, then you know.
Yeah.
If that happens, you know the pirate class is coming. I will be your savior. Just think of that. If I disappear,
anyway,
and Moogle Ground comes no more, you know that we've been hired by Square Enix, and you know that pirate class is coming.
I guess we should talk about the classes that are coming next month, though, not in 2 years.
Back to machinist.
To be fair, I know we're talking about 8.0 here a lot, but anyone who watched the live there earlier today also know that they also talked about that a lot as well. They kept being like, man, the job stuff is really cool, but you know that what's cooler? The next expansion. Next expansion next expansion, we're reworking Dragoon more. But this is just... what about that? They kept saying it, didn't they? Not just me. Every time they're like, man, these job abilities are cool, but you know what they're cooler? 8.0.
8.0.
I know you haven't got 7.0 yet, and you haven't even downloaded it, and you haven't shipped it, and some people haven't even bought it yet. But did you
I haven't even bought it yet.
8.0 is going to blow your minds.
Just think 8.0. They're thinking ahead. They're like, nah, 8.0. Trust me.
Trust us, bro.
8.0.
Pre-order it now.
Pre-order it now. They're just like, yeah. So you could pre-order 7.0, but what about pre-ordering 8.0 now? You're like, huh? I haven't even pre-ordered it. I'm pre-ordering it next month. So when I next get money, because
yeah, that's
I need
what
to
they said.
slow down.
Dr. Disher said next episode will give jobs identity. That's exactly
next episode, next expansion.
I mean, more expansions. More expansions per episodes, really, when you think about it.
No, they're chapters.
No, that's ESO.
Oh, okay. My bad. But going back to the jobs, we got Machinist, who looks incredibly cool. Not much has changed other than the barrel stabilizer will no longer increase the heat gauge to 50. Instead, will allow you to execute hypercharge. Again, making less bloat. Love it. And new trait that accumulates charges of drill. That means you can drill many things. You can drill your friends. You can drill an enemy. You could drill the next door neighbor. Drill, ladies and gentlemen, will have charges. So you can drill as many people or things as you wish.
That's what I've been told when my Lalafell said he's going to drill things, that he's going to get charges. I'm sorry.
I'm sorry, but to Dancer. Daddy fucks.
Look, what can I say? I had to remove stuff from my house because of... I will never forget that one time I walked into my house and there were 3 people doing stuff in the basement. I'm like, what? Okay.
Okay, so Dancer, new actions can be executed whilst after Flourish. Additional follow-up actions. So that does sound, aka more bloat for Dancer, but
yeah.
New actions that consume Esper and can be extended can be executed after technical finish. Action granting standard step without having to go through the dances. That's really cool. An action that's granting standard step without going through the dances, pretty cool. So that means you can start it. So that's pretty cool. But dances does make you do damage and do a big damage. So don't know how I feel about that. That's what happens when you make a sex dungeon. Exactly.
This
you don't know who's going to top
that.
in there.
Okay. Well, obviously, that was before I made. This was when my house was a normal house.
This is when my house was a normal house.
I just I had the bedroom and the shower in the basement. Then they were in the shower. So at least they were getting key. Okay, you know what? And
at least. Don't say you bought them cucumber.
I bought them sandwiches.
Okay,
I was told sandwiches what you're supposed to bring, not cucumbers, because it's
Oh, that's the orgy thing, right?
Yeah, because it's a low burning energy, so it'll be better for the long term, because it's wheat, so therefore it's a long term energy source rather than just this instant quick burn. There you go.
There you go. You're learning a lot about orgies this day.
Bring sandwiches.
Bring sandwiches.
But
have a sandwich before sex. Slow burning.
I'm probably finger sandwiches though, if you're gonna do anything, because you want, You call them finger sandwiches, right?
Yeah, but finger sandwiches and orgy. Just saying sandwiches is fine, but finger sandwiches in an orgy. There'll be a lot of drilling with those fingers. That's all I'm saying.
Like, it's just because they're smaller and cut up so they're easier to eat. That's what I'm thinking.
So, going to what a new class is coming to be, we're going to the magical ranged DPS, okay, caster DPS. So, overall, adjustments to overall magical DPS with recast will be reduced by 40 seconds. That means I don't have to raise. Good. An additional duration of Addle's duration has been increased by 15 seconds. Again, great. Save this podcast. I'm trying. Black Mage. The adjustments to streamline certain aspects of the job, such as restoring MP upon landing ice spells, whilst under Umbral Ice is active, instead of passively over time. New actions with reposition ley lines benefit caster. AKA, Black Mage should be like, Did you just rescue me out of my ley lines? No, and then the ley lines just pops up next to you, like, oh, okay.
You can only do it once, though.
Like once per
ley lines.
Battle? Oh, okay, so you can do it many times in a fight, just
on
when it cool down ley lines. Okay, that's good.
Still
good. That is still great. That's a great change. It's an absolutely amazing change. You should be earning these ones.
What I find interesting is the Umbral Ice stuff. So that means now you're going to have to do ice while in ice, rather than just popping ice. Yeah. To be fair, I do. I wonder if freeze gives you a big burst of mana, because I normally pop freeze during ice so that I can get the thingamajigs.
Probably. See, I don't know. I have a lot of Black Mage friends who are complaining about that because the passive mana was really good for when there is downtime.
Yeah.
So.
But I've also heard that other Black Mages that like the change because it was based on server ticks. So it was a good. If you're really skilled at Black Mage, it was about timing based on the server exactly, which can be a bit of a pain in the bum depending on your. Doctor says, but you're not at the mercy of server ticks for mana region. So now you won't have to worry about the server tick screwing you over when you're switching between ice to fire. So I can see the benefits of this, but I can also see why people aren't going to like it, because they're now going to have to do the ice rotation as well as fire, which people don't seem to want to use the ice spell that they have for some reason. They just want to do fire.
Fire do damage. Fire do more damage.
Well, ice does damage. Remember, they buffed ice to do damage.
But fire.
It doesn't do as much damage, but they buffed ice, right?
Yeah, but fire. Fire looks cooler. I don't know. People are weird. But with the next one, we have Summoner. Now, Summoner's Solar Bahamut is a new summon.
Sorry. Blizzard 4 does the same potency as as Fire 4. Blizzard 4 and Fire 4 do the same potency. So, and the AoE Fire and AoE Blizzard High Blizzard 2 also do the same potencies. It's just that people don't like to use Blizzard, even though they're the same. Also, I'll do head pats. I'm head patting myself. We don't have
it on for the podcast. We have it on streams.
Thank you, brother.
Yeah.
I can't do the voice. I'm sorry, Rogamaniac.
Thank you, brother. Rogamaniacs. Got Honkamania. Okay, so we got Summoner next. Solar Bahamut is a new summon akin to Bahamut and Phoenix. So, thing. New action can be executed after steering light. Skill rotation has been updated based on the new summon. Solar Bahamut, Solar Bahamut, Phoenix. Weird combo. And Resurrection stays for 7.0, but 8.0 may remove rays from Summoner's skill set. Again, we're talking about a lot of 8.0.
Yeah, there's a lot of 8.0 stuff being talked about.
A lot. There is a lot of it. Time to make the call.
No. Wobbsy, you don't want me to make that call, because I would call them and be like, get rid of rays, add it to Phoenix, and have Phoenix have rays, because it's Phoenix. The summon of rebirth. It would make sense that Phoenix has a version. I would give Phoenix AoE rays, but that's just me. I know that'd be too broken, but that would be me. Or I would give Phoenix re-rays, so that if, like, how about this? Give Phoenix re-rays so that it can cast re-rays on the summoner. So if the summoner dies during Phoenix's rotation, the summoner can get back up again.
I get knocked down, and I get up again. Everyone get down, I get knocked down, and I get up again. That's me. Every summoner would have that song playing whilst they play summoner.
Give Phoenix re-rays, and hell, make it part of their rotation to die. And when they come,
make it part of their rotation when they need to suicide.
They die, and then they get reborn, and as they get reborn, they do a percentage of damage based on
and then they
health.
Reawaken and they become a viper. Oh my god, Chille. Interesting.
But no.
I hate it already.
In seriousness, Chumbawamba strats.
In seriousness, Chumbawamba strats. So, talking about another razor, that doesn't look like they will get rid of their rays, because, Red Mage. Manification will no longer increase black mana and white mana by 50. Instead, will allow the execution of enchanted swordplay actions without cost. I'm sorry, swordplay.
Back to the finger sandwiches.
Yeah, back to the finger sandwiches.
But no, as I said, a lot of these remind me of the buff for Black Mage that they gave. They gave you these the amplifier skill, where it grants you the polyglot, which allows you to do either a foul or a Xenoglossy. I feel like a lot of these remind me of that.
Which is good, because they're basically saying, okay, so this is now just your burst thing now. It will not give you the resources for it. You can still get those resources. You just won't get your resources from that now. Be like, here you go. You can do this. To make basically your opener a lot easier, if you know what I mean. Which is good. The AoE Enchanted Swordplay combo, beginning with the Enchanted Molette. Fuck knows. Moletta? Moletti. Don't know why I sound Italian. Will now consume a total of 50 black mana and white mana, similar to its single target counterpart. Okay. Sorry, the Italians as well. Don't know why I did that. Yeah. And now to Chille's favourite. I don't know if Chille wants to read this.
Yes! Pictomancer! Pictomancer. I love it. It's so bright and pretty. Anyway, prepares by painting a variety of motives, then renders them to life, producing an assortment of effects. Renders multiple motives to execute high-powered attacks. Grants buffs to the party and self. I can be a support. Yes. Creature, weapon, and landscape motives. Pom-pom, weapon, and landscape in the hotbar will create their respective motives. Ability to change the palette's elements. I can't wait. I really can't wait for Pictomancer. I like the Moogle attack.
Dancer.
Yeah, it's Magic Dancer, basically. And also, yeah, but unlike Dancer, you can actually put your buffs up before the actual ability starts as well, which is pretty cool. So you can start painting little pictures before you pull. I am excited for Picto. Like, they also have, I can't remember the name. I was looking at it earlier. Damn it, they're the creature from Pharmacy 9 as part of your summons as well, which is pretty cool. And you had the Moogle stuff, and you can buff people by making people touch grass. But it's not Queen. No, it's true. It's not Queen. I that was much. Yeah, that's what you do though. You paint grass on the floor, and everyone gets buffs by touching it.
Touch it. So, touch the grass.
Yeah, you touch grass.
Instead of going outside, I'm going to paint you some grass.
I'll paint you some grass. paint you some little grass.
Where's my happy little trees?
Yeah.
It does look good. I love the hammer.
Yeah.
The bonk hammer, I think, is just great because it's like bonks again, and then does a spinny bonk. It's great. I love it. That's great.
I just like how bright everything is.
Yeah, like, it's really bright and colourful. Nice. It looks a lot better than Viper.
Yeah,
10 times better than Viper.
It took all of Viper's animations. Like, all its colour. And I can't remember. I can't remember who it was on Twitter, but some pointed out
it only left them the blue for their burst skill. You can only have. It's like the Hulk giving the taco to Ant-Man, and it's like, here, you can just have this small bit of blue for your skills.
But some pointed out the fact that like they did the color schemes perfectly. Like if you mix the colors of the different paintings in the palettes. If you mix them, like if you mix the 3 colors, you get the Holy White spell, and then if you mix the other 3 colors, you get the Comet, which is the black, the Dark Mage spell. So they mentioned how the fact that if you actually mix those colors in real life, those are the colors, those are the what you would end up with. So they've really adapted it perfectly.
That's good. Well, I again, like they have artists that work for them, so that doesn't happen. I can't be worried. But it does look good, though. Now, do we want to go back and talk about tanks and talk about healers last, or do you want to talk about healers now, then talk about tanks?
We'll talk about healers now.
Okay, we'll talk about healers, because we are both
I'm a
healer mains. So the adjustment to overall healing actions, Swift Cast recast timer has now been reduced to 40 seconds in the 90 level range. Again, cool. I get to res quicker, I guess. That also kind of worries me that there's going to be a lot of pain coming with the raids. That I'm going to have to res a lot more.
I mean, or you could use it for the DPS. You could
pop that's what I mainly use it for.
You can pop it for an extra holy.
Extra holy?
Yeah. On White Mage.
Why would you do that? Oh, wait.
Why would you not? If you're pulling a load of enemies, you're not going to use...
Oh, okay, in a dungeon form. I'll talk about raids. Yeah.
I'm talking about in a dungeon. In raids, yeah, you'd pop it for glare. But I'm talking about for dungeons.
Obviously, with White Mage, as you said, new action allowing the caster to quickly move forward.
Which I got really confused, thinking that I thought was already in the game. Like, I'm not joking. I'm like, everyone's like, "Oh my god, that's really cool and new." I'm like, yeah, that's new. I haven't seen that before. And then I was like, man, I sure do remember that move. Where's that from? And no, it's just from PvP.
Wait a minute.
I'm like, I swear I've seen this
PvP
before.
do too much PvP. They do too much PvP. Like, oh, wait a minute. We already have that. Wait a minute. It's not new. You're going to take it from PvP. That's not new at all. You lied to us. But what is new is that there's a new AoE attack which can be executed up to 3 times after Presence of Mind. And if you guys that are not White Mage mains or know what a White Mage is, Presence of Mind makes you cast speedy. You go fast with casting. So now,
20%
I'd probably say
speed.
I'd probably guess what you'd do would be like, you'd use Presence of Mind, and then you'd do like Holy, the AoE attack, Holy, the new AoE attack, Holy, new AoE attack. Because it is instant, I think. It looks like it's instant.
Yeah, it's instant.
So that's cool. And again, you could probably be using that as well in raid, like all out of boss. You'd be glare, AoE skill, glare. Again, it's damage overall. It's probably, but yeah, that's pretty much White Mage. Again, it looks cool. It just looks like White Mage. They got a bunch of new like added heals as well. So yeah, Now, my favourite, Scholar, has got a thing called Xeraphism. Yeah. Xerism. A new action that changes the caster's appearance and enchants healing magicka. And also have a new AoE attack that can be executed after change to stratagem. Now, I'm really looking forward to this because we talked about this last expansion, which when it was like literally this time last year or like last expansion type thing, not last year. Basically last time when Endwalker was coming out, that I wanted something for Scholar to make Scholar feel good again. And I was talking about giving them like a mode, like a fairy wings to do more healing, new add skills. And what have they done? They've fucking done it. They are listening, and I'm happy. I'm happy they're listening. They're listening to us at Moogle Go Round, which
I'm sorry
for
listening
or bad. Yeah, it can be good or bad. But I'm very happy, so I may actually play a lot of Scholar next expansion. I may come just a Scholar main, because I did like Scholar and Stormblood. I played a lot of Scholar and Stormblood. My main character was called Bubble Medic at the time, because I liked playing Scholar. So maybe I change my name to like Bunny Bubble or some shit like that. Maybe. I don't know. Because currently my main character is called Bunny Gunnery. I don't really play any gun classes, so I assume we'll be playing Machinist, so it could kind of correlate. So maybe, but I do main healer. So, but yeah, what do you think of Scholar though? It looks cool, doesn't it?
It looks cool. I like the transformation sequence because I like transformations. I think that's really cool. Apart from that, I really don't know much.
But you're really into magical girls, right? With the whole transformation.
Yeah.
I don't know why I said.
I don't know why you said it like that, at least.
And then I remembered, wait a minute, you like DBZ, they had a shit ton of transformations. Yeah. Why did I go to magical girls?
Yeah, why did you go straight to magical girls when you know that I'm a Dragon Ball
I don't know, because I think it's because the Scholar it looked like because obviously it was a female one, so it kind of like in the video, so I just instinctively went to magical girl. Yeah. I don't know why. But it did give a magical girl like transformation type thing, so... Oh. Okay, I'm off to sleep. I'm proceeding shitty sandwiches. Enjoy, Wubsy. Have a good sleep, bud.
Enjoy the sleeps.
And thank you for the raid again. Big hearts.
But
again, a new AoE skill after change to stratagem. That's pretty cool. Again, yeah.
Okay.
I don't really know.
Now we've got Astrologian, which we've kind of pooped on already. So I will probably skip on this because, as you said, you want to get on some friends that like Astrologian. Again, I'm just worried about how it plays. Like, I don't want to talk too much about it. And I'm
the
sure
card system looks weird.
Yeah, the fact you pull all the cards at once is interesting. And they're also getting rid of the Astrodyne, which removes the Astro signs, which means your Astro ability is not. You just got cards.
You don't actually get it.
Just a card player now. You're just a duelist from Yu-Gi-Oh.
But what's really annoying is that they don't because the Astro signs are really good because one, you got buffs, you got a speed buff, you got regen mana. I can't remember what the other one was, but it was buffs.
I think you got like a damage buff as well. Like it depends.
I think it might have been a damage buff as well. If you got like all three of them good, I think it was like So it was
restores
like really
mana,
cool.
Reduces spell cast and increases damage,
which was really good because that made Astro pretty cool. Yeah, and then just got rid of that, like the cool part, and then they've gone back in time. We've gone back in time with Astro, which a lot of people are not liking. We will talk about this in a later video with some actual Astro mains, hopefully, if I can get a hold of them.
We will also try and get some other people on before the expansion launched for other jobs to talk about, like Monk and Deep. We'll try and get an episode with DPS. We'll try and get an episode with tanks,
healers.
Healers,
and I hate that we've gone back to the cards now do offensive, defensive, and curative effect. I don't know if I'm saying that correctly. Corrective effect. Don't really know what that word means. 1 second, let me find the meaning of this. I'm not good with words, okay? Meaning. Oh, serving to cure or heal.
Yeah.
Okay.
Like lady of the Astro already has lady of the thingamajigs.
Yeah, so that's weird. That now one of them is basically going to be a heal or a.
Yeah, well, you already have that, right? Lady of Crowns is a heal, or you get Lord of the Crown, which is a DPS. depending on which one you draw, you get one or the either. That's your That's not your normal cards. Well, it will be a normal card now because you pull it with all of them. But before it was a special card that you could pull separate from your main pool. Minor Arcana. That was it. You could use Minor Arcana, and then you could pull either a heal or a DPS.
I think this is like worded really badly because when Simon says you like draw your cards, you get an offensive, defensive. Because it sounds like how in Heavens or the bowl you give to tanks because it gives you defensive.
Yeah, that's how it works now. That's how they're going back to.
I know. So I Astro may be getting cut from my list of playing next. I enjoyed it playing how it is now. I've enjoyed it. So probably not going to play it. Probably that Scholar is looking more and more definite.
From what we can tell, it's going back to the old style cards where now you draw 3 cards, so there's no RNG. And then one of them does heal, one of them does a defense buff, and one of them does damage. So then you just apply each card to each person based on...
Yeah.
Which is a bit... I guess it was RNG, but at that point, what is even the point of the buffs? Because, spoilers for anyone that's still watching the podcast, the DPS one will go to the DPS, and the tank one will go to the tank.
A tank.
So really, unless you're raiding, which of course you'll have 2 tanks, so you'll have to pick one of the tanks. In dungeon content, you're pretty much always going to give it to the tank, and then I guess you can just pick which DPS you like. It's the DPS you get to decide on, but that's about it.
Oh, another thing, before we're off topic, not off topic, before we go in, that Scholar, now you can crit low AoE shields.
Oh, nice. That's good.
So you know the one you usually use to do the insta crits?
Yeah.
You can use that on now the AoE one.
Oh, that's really good.
I thought that was pretty cool. I kind of saw that in the video and I was like, that's really good. I like that.
Yeah,
don't know how much it'll do if you can't spread it, so we'll see.
I mean, you're already spreading it, so if you're already creating the shield, it's already spread.
Yeah, but the AoE one had a different shield percentage than a single target one, so I don't know how it's going to work. If they have changed it for where it's the same percentile,
they'll probably
you can only do it with a crit one, with that certain crit buff. Yeah. Then maybe not all crits are going to do that, but or if they make it that all crits do it, then I'm definitely playing Buck and Scholar. That's what I'm saying, because that would be really cool. But yeah, sorry. But back to Astro, we'll probably get some people to talk about Astro again, the people we talked about at the beginning of the podcast. Probably put out a message to them, because I know they're quite big on Astro. So give them a wee chat, see if we can get them either for the next one or the one after that. We'll see.
Yeah, we'll see.
And to see if they're even up for it, because, they might even not like podcasts, even though both of them are streamers, so and we stream it, so can't be worse. So, last but not all of the healers, save. Karatis. I'm bad at these fucking names, man.
You're crazy.
Yeah, I'm gonna let you do this one.
I don't know how to say the other one though. Dyscrasia. I know you're crazy, but no. Basically, that's a single target shield heal, right? And also, they've now got an AoE damage over time, just the same as the other jobs as well, except for White Mage. So yeah,
White Mage, you don't need it. White Mage strong.
Yeah. Well, we technically already have stun, which I guess they count. I don't know. Maybe who knows? Maybe we'll get. They said we get another AoE, so maybe we will get an AoE dot. They just didn't mention it. Maybe our AoE dot will be part of Presence of Mind.
Possibly.
Again, there's a lot of stuff that we don't know until either the Media Tour stuff breaks or the next update, which would be middle of June. I think they've got another live letter, right? I think June 16th. So, yeah.
It's either that, or we're probably just going to wait till patch notes, which usually come out obviously on the 24-hour maintenance. Sorry,
well, remember
48-hour maintenance this time, because we do have graphical updates.
Yeah.
So, but I'm kind of hoping. I'm hoping Mione got into the
we'll find out.
I'm hoping, because I like to watch his videos and he does really good videos on that type of stuff. So, if not, we got Mr. Happy and all that. So, there's a lot of content creators out there that will do it. I don't like. I'm sorry, I don't like reading stuff. I like video formats. So I'm sorry to all those. So I'm sorry, Chille, to all those journalists and reviewers that do them. I will not read yours and read your guides because I don't like reading. It's not like I don't like reading. I am very dyslexic, so reading is very hard for me. As you can tell by me trying to read this, luckily, I'm getting there. I basically, when I'm talking about it, I'm looking at the next one and trying to read it in my head. So, yeah. But also, Sage has a new party buff which heals nearby party members whenever the caster casts a spell. That's okay. I don't understand that, but I think that might be, you put the where you tag like a tank, and every time you do like a heal, not a heal. Whenever time you do a like attack spell, cartridge, Cardia. Is that basically like a new party buff that now is going to do it for the entire party?
Yeah, it looks like it's a party-based Cardia.
That's going to be pretty broken. Cool, but broken. So that's going to be pretty cool.
I mean, I guess it's kind of like, as you said, Scholar has the AoE shield crit. I guess this is kind of like that in a way, where you'll now be able to crit single shield, and that will then spread that shield with the whole party. Possibly.
That'd be pretty cool. Even though I still feel that Sage is probably one of the best, probably is the best shield healer because of all the mitigation it has. So I'm hoping they kind of like balanced it between Sage and Scholar. So, both of them are good at different things. So I'm hoping, because I'm slowly more leaning to playing Scholar next expansion. So so I'm sorry, guys. Scholar is looking really good for me. I don't know why. It just looks really cool. Right, we are running low on time. I did put out on Twitter that can we get this in under 2 hours?
Spoilers,
so we're getting there.
Maybe.
That's what I put.
We've got 20 minutes.
But 20 minutes to talk about tanks and then some other stuff.
Yeah.
So tanks, Rampards, and job exclusive 30% damage mitigation abilities will be upgraded. The Rampart and job exclusive, 30% damage reduction ability will be upgraded in the 90s range. So that's pretty cool. So 30% of wait, Rampart doesn't do 30% now. Holy shit, Rampart does like 10 or 20%. Holy shit,
Rampart is good. Is a big.
That's really good.
And also, really good. Each job is going to get a unique effect with Rampart as well. So which will be interesting.
Interesting. That's gonna be cool.
No,
and reprisal.
Rampart is currently 20.
Okay. So it again, 10% is pretty fucking.
Yeah, 10% is still a lot.
that's insane. Reprisal's duration will be increased to 15%, 15 seconds in the night.
Yeah.
Yep. Again, so it can catch more. Again, same with Faint, same with Adel. Good. So then we talk about Paladin. Would you like to talk about Paladin? Because you really
Paladin was my second ever job in 14. I was monk and then I was a Paladin. The second and third executions of Atonement has been changed to a new action with a separate animation. Atonement was one of your off global cooldowns, I think, right?
That was the up attack one, wasn't it? So when you did your three, where the Atonement was the 3 ones that you stacked up, wasn't it?
Yeah,
it was like the 3 like uppercuts.
One of the effects. No, Atonement was your sword slashes that you got when you did Fight or Flight. It was your physical abilities during Fight or Flight, like you had your magical abilities during the other one.
I thought that changed where they had that mini update.
I'm looking at it right now. Atonement. Delivers an attack with a potency of 400, restores MP, can only be executed while under the effect of Sword Oath. So yeah, and Sword Oath is from Fight or Flight, right?
No, Sword Oath was your tank stance.
Okay, I thought it was a sword. Well, anyway, you have to have Sword Oath open. So
and Sword Oath is not. And Sword Oath's not even in the game no more because Sword Oath got removed because it was the damage. Tank stance.
Yeah, so they've still got that in there. And you should update your job page, Square Enix. Your official job page. So yeah, but anyway.
Mm-hmm.
So then you got more swords. You can summon more swords from what we can tell. There looks like another sword at the end, another sword finisher at the end of your magical finishers. So you got more swords.
More swords.
No raise though. Still no raise for Paladin.
Still no raise. Why would I give him a raise?
No more raise again, should we say? Because they used to have raise in 2.0. So they won't have raise again.
Yeah, feels bad.
I want some more heals though. Give me more heals. I already have
shield. Okay. you were right, Chille. So
Okay.
when you do Royal Authority, you combo bonus, you grant 3 stacks of Sword Oath.
Oh, that was it. Yeah.
And then you could do atonements, which I was right. It was the 3 buttons and the atonements it's like the uppercut ones. So they're changing.
Yeah.
Okay. They're changing with new animations. That I love that because it did seem very plain. So
Yeah.
like that.
Which is cool. I just knew you had to do something to get it. For some reason, I thought it was fight or flight, but you can just press fight or flight to do more damage anyway. So
Yeah. Sorry.
So, but no, I will probably dabble Paladin as my first. Like, I will level all jobs, of course, to 100, but I will level certain tanks first, and Paladin will probably be my first tank. I will level to 100.
Nice.
But I bet you're gonna do Warrior.
Yeah, because my NA ult now is a Warrior. Currently level 70. I'm slowly working on it. Kind of off stream. Recently, I haven't because I've been doing Warhammer stuff and I've been trying to paint all that because I'm going away next week, not this weekend, but next weekend to go play Warhammer. So I want to get them sorted. And then I'll be probably working a lot on Final Fantasy, on and off stream. But Warrior, also, you did say there's going to be new actions executed under Blades of Valor to be added. The Paladin.
The big swords.
The big swords.
Yeah, the big magic swords.
The big magic sword.
Yeah, you summon big magic swords.
In Chille's basement. I had to read about there at some point. It had to be done. It had to be done.
No, that's what I was talking about. You get and you finish it with your big magic swords with that.
Still, you like my thought. Sorry. But yeah, Warrior looks fun. Obviously, new action will be executed after 3 executions of Fell, Cleave, or Decimate, which could be cool. Whilst in a release is
big magic axe.
No, I think that's after Primal Rend because we showed it. They did it straight after Primal Rend.
All I know is there was a big magic axe.
Just big axe. To be fair, yeah, big axe. I'm probably thinking. I think it's probably going to be like an AoE type, like the like before that we saw like a big. I would say like a volcanic burst from the ground. So I think that's going to be after doing the 3 Fell Cleaves. And then you do Primal Rend, and then big axe with a big boom, and just go. So yeah. It looks cool. It looks like a lot of fun. Again, Warrior is. I call it the Unga Bunga tank because it is Unga Bunga. Me Fell Cleave, me tank. Oh, me no need healer, me healer as well. Me healer, me DPS, and me tank. Yeah, I guess. Which is quite fun. So. I will probably give that. And then we have Dark Knight, who got Eld. Okay, it didn't get Eld, but again, Rip Plunge. Plunge was so cool. Sad Plunge. But Blood Weapon will...
I'm sure Flash will be happy that some of the changes for Dark Knight. And I'm sure he'll be more excited for the 8.0 changes.
Everyone will be excited for the 8.0 changes. But so Blood Weapon will upgrade into Dribblium, so Blood Weapon goes away. Again, less button bloat. And the effects of Blood Weapon will be added to Dribblium in order to reduce the number of inputs during burst damage phase. Again, less bloody bloat. Because pressing a lot of buttons, if you're a good god gamer, you're fine with it. But if you're like me and you're starting to get on in age, I'm saying this because I've got a birthday coming up. And it's not a big birthday. I'm just turning 29. 1 more year and I'm 30. But my body is basically a 60-year-old. Less bloat is kind of good because I use keys, but I also click at the same time, so I'm like a halfie. So yeah, I'm halfie. And obviously for controller players, it makes it a whole lot better for controller players because again, less bloat. Who doesn't love less bloat?
It's true. I will probably test some of these features out when. Who knows? Maybe I'll actually make controller guides with the
controller guides. I do it. I'm still waiting for this gathering guide. This crafting guides.
Yeah,
still waiting for it.
To do it.
I need to get working.
Crafting, yeah.
To get working with it. And also, new actions can be executed after Living Shadow, aka your buddy, your inner demons, which kind of looks like one-winged angel, like
it looks like Sephiroth from Final Fantasy VII.
And then we have Gunbreaker, which, again, it didn't really look that much, but it has a new action that can be extended after Fatal Circle, which aka is just the AoE, the fire AoE. So basically another add-on to more AoE. More AoE damage. That's cool for dungeons. And then a new 3-step combo that can be extended after Bloodfest with no cartridge cost. AKA what we saw. I think you guys called it like a new, like the FA, the FF8.
Yeah, it's based
like
on.
Obviously, it's a reference.
Yeah, it's based on Squall. We've basically got Cypher's and Squall's abilities now. It's Lionheart, his ultimate attack from 8, which is cool because Lionheart was cool. I remember farming all those stuff to get Lionheart on disc 1. That took out. You're not supposed to do that, but you could do it. Basically, in 8, you got new weapon skills by crafting higher level weapons. But if you wanted, you could craft the weapons without having the books. As long as you knew what the items were to craft the weapon, you could actually craft them in the game. So, and if you spend enough time, you could craft the ultimate weapon at the start of the game. If you spend enough time, you had to play a trading card game against one person to hopefully win the cards to turn that card into items, and then you had to go fight dinosaurs and then hopefully turn the dinosaurs into items. And then once you've done all that, then you can craft it. So it took RNG on top of RNG with not grinding. Yeah.
I don't know why you're not a completionist, Chille. I don't know why. I don't know why.
Because I like making
myself so much about this game.
I like making myself overpowered and not complete everything. Like, I will find the way that makes my character the most broken. That doesn't mean I do everything.
Who doesn't love being broken? Like Tony! Because fuck yeah, Tony is broken. Don't know who Tony is in our Dragon's Dogma 2 playthrough. We're using Tony, aka Wobsy's pawn, and he is overpowered. Yeah. We're also using Sakura Voxy's one as well, which is a really good tank. And then we have Chille and me, who are just kind of there for the ride. We
are participating. Yay!
But Chille gets gifts from them for new gear, and I get fucking nothing. So he gets new gear from them, and I get fucking nothing.
I'm the Iron Mouse of the relationship.
I am literally just fucking useless. I do nothing. I'm just there like, I am the Meg. I am the Meg of the group. I'm like, shut up,
anyone
Meg.
that doesn't know, Sea Dog raised $1 million for charity and started playing Final Fantasy 14. And him, Iron Mouse, and someone called Pete, I think, started their playthrough. And they took forever to actually start because Iron Mouse was just accepting all the gifts as people going up to her and giving her stuff. She was just accepting everything. They were telling her off because she wasn't doing quests or doing anything. Because she's like, oh no, I can't stop. People are giving me gifts. It'd be rude not to accept them. So I think she is a character in Gridania at level 20 with 15 million gil. Because people just kept giving her stuff. So Chille has endgame gear on. Yeah, I'm in endgame gear at the start of the game.
I've got fuck all. To be fair, I do need to start playing that again. Obviously, the recent couple of times I have been really ill, so streaming is just hard. Last weekend, I don't know what happened last week. What happened to me Sunday? I did like 2 hours. I went sleeping well. I just wanted to sleep, so I was like really tired. And I just had a barbecue, but I did stream for a long time when it comes to FF, so give it to me, okay? But I do have one.
Well, talking about streaming FF.
Yes.
They mentioned the DDoS attacks that have been happening recently on a lot of European servers, but also on North American, Ocean, Japanese. They've apologized for everything that's going on, and they've tried to collaborate with some more partners to hopefully safeguard players' experiences. And they hope to try and stop this from happening and in the future. And they've also said that no critical systems were compromised, no details were stolen, and they're doing the best that they can to resolve any issues as soon as possible. Hopefully they'll get sorted because we're going to accidentally do this by playing Dawn Trail anyway, as everyone tries to log in at the same time.
Yep.
Everyone trying to log in on day one of Dawn Trail as the servers go up from maintenance. Yeah, make sure you got this sorted, Yoshi P, and the rest of the crew, because there's going to be some fires, and we're not just talking about the new Black Mage ability.
By the way, I should tell you that me and Wubsy updated our pawns. Oh, great. Are they more fucking overpowered?
And then PvP stuff. Vibrant Pictomonster will be added in 7.0 for PvP. New PvP actions, adjustments, and map updates are in plan for 7.1. See, this is okay. My issue with PvP with this, right, is there's going to be a pre-season between 7.0 and 7.1. But the updates for actions won't be until 7.1. I would rather the actions be updated before the season starts, so that people can see the difference, and they can maybe balance if there's any issues before ranking starts. Because what's the point of caring about preseason when all the buffs and adjustments are going to be after the preseason? Why is there even a preseason? I thought the whole point of the preseason is to make sure everything is balanced properly. I mean, apart from Viper and Pictomonster, which will have new PvP actions, of course, because they're new jobs. It'd be a bit weird if they didn't. Like, you go into PvP and Viper has
no action.
Viper just has ninja actions and Pictomonster just has Black Mage actions.
That would be funny. That would be quite funny.
Your actions will be available in 7.1, everyone. You just have random Black Mage spells until... You just have some filler spells until 7.1, in which case then you'll get them. We'll talk about story and characters later in another episode, because we're getting on. But I do want to bring up some... I'm going to have to brag. I'm sorry, stream. Do you remember when the Fall Guys event came around originally, Paul?
Yes.
And didn't I say, quote me on this, although it's ending, expect it to come back in the future when Make It Rain comes back. I said, I don't know if it'll be the first time it comes back, but expect the future Make It Rain events to probably have the Fall Guys event as a collab again.
He did quote that. He did say that on a podcast. You can go back and watch them.
Yeah. So, and then the Fall Guys event is back during the Make It Rain event.
Yep.
I know it's starting a little
23rd?
bit. Yeah, on the 23rd. So I know it's a little bit later than the Make It Rain, but it's happening during the window of Make It Rain. So I feel like I was right.
Yeah. So in other words, if you want your MGP mounts, do it now.
Yeah.
Tony's an archer. Last I checked. Why the fuck's he an archer?
Because he doesn't have his bar job stone equipped. I don't know.
Then I am not updating. I want OP Tony. You fuck right up. I want OP Tony.
You are certainly, by the way, if you live in America, also it doesn't work in Canada, which sucks. The Mountain Dew collab has started. You can go buy Mountain Dew. Go buy Mountain Dew now, and then you can buy a load of prizes. There's loads of cool prizes you can get. Like, thank you to Shinta from the MMO Respect Discord for posting these pictures, because the website is actually physically blocked in the UK, so I can't actually view them. So actually, it's not. I thought I downloaded them.
So for reference, 1 bottle of sparkling citrus refreshment item is a consumable. 2 bottles for the mount or 5 pots of dye. 20 bottles for a copy of the game. 40 bottles for a plush figurine or drink cup. 60 bottles
Canada
for a
seems
desk
to be
mat.
excluded. Dr. Delicious. Oh
my god.
Yeah, Canada seems to be excluded. It seems to only be North America, at least from what I can tell. You can buy desk mats. You can buy
keycaps.
You can buy the drink cup with lid of the Great Serpent of Rancor. You can get the mount, which the mount only costs six bottles of dew, or 3 special bottles. You can get the Major General. I know someone will probably want that. But yeah, there's a load of and for the small price of what, I've forgotten how many it was now, 60 bottles, something stupid like that. No, for the small price of 40 bottles of Mountain Dew, you can get a T-shirt.
Yay! T-shirt.
It's not North America if Canada is out.
Oh,
okay.
Canada.
Yeah, I think I saw on Twitter that some people from Canada got blocked. So, you get 100 points for most Mountain Dew, and then you get 200 points for Purple Thunder, Overdrive, Maha Burst, and Frostbite, which are sold at specific retailers. So, yeah, those ones are all at specific ones. But again, it's very limited. And as someone in Europe, I want I want a giveaway. I want a promotion. Make me go to Mr. I want to make us UK only exclusive promo from Mr. Wimpy's. we got to find a Mr. Wimpy's that still exists, and then we have to buy something there. I bet you don't even know what a Mr. Wimpy is.
Who, me?
Yeah.
No.
Yeah. See, that's how old Mr. Wimpy's are. They like that's how old I am. I remember. I think there's some Mr. Wimpy's that still exist. But no, they tried to advertise them as the posh fast food. They were the posh. They were the McDonald's for rich people, but not rich. Because you got a plate with them, Paul.
A plate?
Yes, unlike the KFCs and the McDonald's, where you have to eat it on the table like a monster. Mr. Wimpy was like, "Here is a plate."
Mr. Wimpy was like, "Nah, you ain't been a savage. Here's a plate."
So yeah, and they do exist, and I haven't been one for years.
No, they just scour for Mr.
Now I
Wimpy's.
kind of want to find the Mr. Whippy.
Mr. Whippy. Also down in Chille's basement.
You can buy the full English bun. You can get the Great Wimpy if you want it, which is 2 breakfast sausages, 2 bacon slices, 2 eggs, beans, half a tomato, and a slice of toast.
Yummy.
Yeah, there you go.
Can be hungry.
There you go. Yeah. Now I want to see when I'm gonna Google the nearest one.
Time to Google.
It just comes up with okay, it doesn't do anything. Great. Anyway, Mr. Wimpy.
Anyway, Mr. Wimpy. All right.
Has a plate to this day. Yeah, it's why I only have one plate.
That's the plate. It's canon.
And Japan is getting the KFC collab again, which again, from what I heard,
again, everywhere's getting a collab other than EU.
From what I heard, Square Enix said something. I think Yoshi P said, like, make sure to cheer on your European team, and they will try and get collabs more. Why should I?
Oh, okay. So the non-existent community team. Got it.
So why should I have to do that? Like, I'm sorry, but if America doesn't have to do that, and Japan doesn't have to do that, why do I have to?
Why do we?
Like, no offense. Like, I know the community team does a great job, and I will support them any way I can. I've met some in the past; they're all lovely folk. But it feels weird that I have to cheer them on. What am I like? The way they said that made me think I'm stood there with like the cheer on emote. You know, my Lalafell was just stood there going, "Yeah, yeah, yeah," waving the glow sticks to try and get a collab where I will have to send, as Dr. Edition said, we'll have to send pictures of my codes to a website.
Oh, not a fucking game. So now you put all 5 of the magazines so we can see them. The picture of you as well in them.
You have to put the 5 magazines into a pentagram, and then you summon the forbidden Exodia. And then once you've summoned Exodia, you then can get your free, I don't know, cup of tea.
And they don't know how much we had to grind for the fucking the maid outfit and shit, man. They don't know how much you had to grind for that shit.
The Square Enix team did, in fact, cut some of the EU and North American, which sucks. And I hope that they find places to work, because the whole job stuff for gaming is horrendous right now. And I wish them the best with their job searches.
I mean, even was it Insomnia Gaming Festival, the company home, that laid a lot of people off.
I was like, what do you call it? Not laid off, but like Eurogamer Expo this year is now collabing with Comic-Con, right?
Is it?
And yeah, Eurogamer and Comic-Con are now one event.
Gee, man, the gamer community, like not community, but the gaming like world, it's like becoming a Great Depression.
Which tells me that Eurogamer this year isn't going to be that big, because if they're having to collab with Comic-Con, that means they know they're not going to be big, which sucks, because that's one of the biggest events.
There's not many games kind of at least that are interested in games. I guess the Assassin's Creed game does look good. Obviously, we've got next month we do have Thingy, obviously, so we can what's it called? Summerfest, Summer Games Fest.
Yeah.
Which
Summer
me and
Games
Chili
Fest.
will be watching. We will be reacting to it. Mainly because I know hopefully that Dragon Age is going to be there, and I'm going to scream my tits off, and I'm very happy. And then I'm going to play every single Dragon Age game on my personal channel, and then when the new one comes out, we will be playing it on MGR. It's going to be great. Unless it's not great, and then if it's not great, then you're going to see me cry on stream. Hopefully, well, you won't see me. You'll hear me cry. You'll just see, my avatar move every now and then. But the tears will be real. But we are coming up. We are coming up to our time slot. We kind of made it. We will probably talk about. I'm going to burp. Excuse me.
As much as we've talked about the jobs right now and how we're excited for them, as Rogamaniac said on Twitter, because I'm browsing Twitter as well, we don't know exactly how they play. So although we can be excited about them, until we see more details and see the tooltips. And even then, remember the tooltips can change between even now and the release of Dawn Trail. So even if the media stuff comes out, there's a huge chance that media tooltips aren't 100%, and things may change between now and Dawn Trail. So don't even overreact to anything that's in the media tour. If it looks bad, then there might be a chance that isn't even the correct tooltips. I would say literally wait until we get to early access and then react to based on the tooltips. I mean, we're going to because content. But normal people, please, you should really wait.
We can get excited stuff. Everyone gets.
Yeah, you get excited because they won't change that much. But there might be some tweaks here and there. That was a long episode. Talked a lot.
It's a long episode of us talking of actually Final Fantasy for once, but also having a little bit of jokes in there. Yeah. So, yay! So thank you for watching, and I hope you stick around for us because soon we are hitting 200 episodes. We're only 8 episodes away, so we're going to be really happy. And I know on Podbean that I found out recently it is our 150th episode on there. We lost a lot of episodes.
Episode 150 on Podbean. I actually have all the old episodes downloaded on my hard drive. All the old episodes still exist. But I don't know if I'll ever upload them or not. But yeah, we have the 60 lost episodes.
Because they were terrible. They were not.
Are we any better now, really?
Yes, we're much better now. We've got better microphones. We've got a better layout. What do you mean?
Tell us in chat if you think we're better than we are back then. Please tell us.
How would they know? They don't even have. They can't go and
Dr. Viciousness remembers. I bet he was around.
If you were an OG, then tell us. If you're new and I know you like coming around and watching us and listening to us, I thank you.
By the way, big shout out to the person. I'm not going to mention names exactly, but big shout out to the person. I joined a party finder recently to help people with Blue Mage, right?
Mm-hmm.
And he said, "Oh my god, you're the Moogle Radio guy, right?" And he's
they didn't say that you're from She Heals That Tank or from another podcast.
No,
oh my god, they got your podcast right.
And they were like, "You're the Moogle Radio guy, right?" And he's like, "I listen to you before I go to sleep." I'm like, "Oh." So hi person.
Yay.
And then I tweeted out that someone noticed me, and then someone the next day sent me a tell while I was in Limsa. And I said, I noticed you from that Twitter message saying that someone noticed you.
Oh,
I've been around for a long time. It's been the first episodes. That's fair. It's been 10 years, so it's been 10 years.
It's been 8 years, but yeah.
It's been nearly 10 though. It feels like
2 more years.
2 more years.
I feel like I just aged. Oh no.
8 years.
But yes,
still.
And also congratulations to the Malagala peeps and their amazing show of Hairspray. That was amazing last weekend. It was very good to watch while I sat there and ate my fish and chips. And congratulations to them. I hope they do more stuff in the future. And they were really good to have on the show as well. Congratulations. But we are going to cut it now. So, Chili, you got any shout outs and where can they find you?
I would just like to shout out to everyone that puts up with us and stays with us during this episode. Thank you for everyone that joined us. Thank you again for the raids. Thank you for the love. Thank you for the subs. Thank you for the follows. Recently, we got some more follows. We're back to 1,155. Thank you all. Just thank you for supporting us and our weird little show.
Yeah. Hearty hearts.
How about you, Paul?
Mad respect for anyone that sits and watches us and enjoys watching us while they sleep or when they're going off to sleep. Just the support of everyone. It's been great. I realize that what I have here is absolutely great and I can flourish as a content creator, which is absolutely dope. I love that people come to the stream and just chat and chill. Love people that come to the podcast and that enjoy the podcast. So yeah, big thank you. Big nod. Sorry, my brain's like going. I'm like slowly slipping into mad.
But anyway,
thank you, everyone. 2 hours.
Have a lovely evening, everyone. And if you listen to the podcast, maybe send us a message on Moogle Go Round Radio at gmail.com or send us a message on Twitter at Moogle Go Round. If you do plenty of those jobs and you would like to be on the show, we would always like to have more guests. We'd love to have some people on that we've never had before to talk about all the future job changes. And then of course we will be doing a playthrough of Dawn Trail when that comes out. And I'm also getting some, hopefully, fingers crossed, I'm going to be getting some thumbnails commissions like our Final Fantasy VII Rebirth. So we're going to have all special thumbnails done for Dawn Trail this time.
Ooh.
So, yeah. Big shout out to the person that we do that with. Thank you again.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
And also, we're going to be getting new outfits. And then you're going to see a lot of like art that I'm going to be spending with my usual person. Okay, it's Rennie. I may have just bought another emote because they look cool. I'm not safe with money. Money is not safe with me.
I mean, I'm spending £70 to travel 3 hours across the country, right? Spoilers, to have a milkshake. So, I'm not great with money either.
I spent 190 quid on plastic.
Yeah, but you have that's a physical product you own in your house.
Yeah,
you have that forever. I'm going to poop this out in 12 hours.
TMI.
And on that note, see you next time. Bye.
Pretty well.